Hello everyone, welcome to Tarot on Purpose. In this reading we are connecting with divine feminine energy, asking for advice, guidance, what we need to know about, what we need to hear, what we should do. No matter what gender we are, we all have a piece of the divine feminine within us. We all carry a piece of the divine energy within us, and then the feminine aspect of that is associated with intuition, compassion, nurturing, caring, effective communication, and connecting with our emotional body. For this reading, we have 4 piles to choose from. Pile 1 is using this raw chrysocolla. And the Cosma Visions Tarot. We have the Cosmic Tree, number 9. In traditional tarot, this would be the Hermit. For pile 2, we are using this raw chrysoprase. And the Light Seers Tarot. We have the 6 of Swords. For pile 3, we're using this tumbled lemon quartz. And the Chrysalis Tarot with number 7, the Chariot. And this deck is Hearn the Hunter. Oops, sorry. And pile 4, we are using this tumbled blue aventurine stone. And the Linestrider Tarot with the 7 of Cups. So take as long as you would like to decide which reading or readings you would like to view, and I will see you there. Hello, Pile 1. Welcome to this reading where we're connecting with divine feminine energy, asking what do we need to know, what should we do, any advice or guidance the divine feminine energy would like to send through at this time. You've come to the reading using this raw chrysocolla crystal. The note that I got with this crystal says that chrysocolla is a rock star when it comes to connecting with feminine energy and empowering feminine energy. So that's a really great stone to bring into this reading today. It's supposed to be great for empowering our feminine energy because it connects with the earth, and it says that the earth vibrates at the purest energy of love. It helps us open our throat chakra, boosting clear communication and self-expression, draws out negativity from our body, and helps us face challenges by calming our emotions to heal and move forward. And we'll be using the Cosma Visions Tarot after we go through the first oracle cards, so we'll set that aside for now. These first 2 cards, kind of setting the tone for the reading, we have a love note from the universe, and yours from the Divine Feminine says, change is always good. On the back it says, actually, the only effective way of changing another person is by changing yourself. Works every time, guaranteed. Though I'm kind of partial to the way you are now. Tally-ho, the universe. So this card is letting you know that change is always good. That's a positive way to look at change, right? It may not always feel that way. It's saying, though, the universe is happy with you the way you are right now. Divine feminine energy here to help you go through any change. And if you're looking at changing your relationships that you have with other people, it's encouraging you to look at anything within yourself that may need to be changed, area for growth, area for development. And because we have the chrysocolla here, we may be talking about going through some kind of challenging change, trying to keep a positive mindset. Positive mindset, remembering love and compassion, is definitely a divine feminine quality. And then we have this nice purple and blue color here, the tying to the throat chakra, again for effective communication and intuition. Great feminine energy qualities to be tapping into and starting off your reading. The second card is from the Mediumship training deck, and it says, let's get grounded. We have some purple flowers here. They look like maybe orchids. Don't quote me on that. But we have a dragonfly here. Dragonflies always remind me that spirit is near. The purples and the blues in this card, again, tying back to the throat chakra for communication and third eye chakra for intuition. And then this card is bringing in the green aspect of the heart chakra. On the back, it's talking about when we're working with spiritual energy, it's very easy to become ungrounded. Basically, it's easy to become enmeshed in our emotions, enmeshed in our thoughts and our dreams, which is not bad, but it's important to stay grounded and make sure that we are doing something to connect that higher state of awareness that we're tapping into down to earth and reality. Because we exist on earth, it's important for us to ground whatever spirituality we have into earth. This mentions that going out in nature is a great way to get grounded. It also has on here yoga, aromatherapy, dance, anything that moves your body, anything connected to your body is a great way to get grounded. From these two cards, this reading is telling us basically the Divine Feminine wants to talk to you about gracefully handling change. If there's not something going on in your life right now that you would consider to be a major change, then this would be talking about gracefully handling growth and development, being excited about growing and developing in some way. From the Numinous astrology deck, we have Scorpio, the powerhouse. I took the card down because I noticed what looked like a birthmark on this person in the form of a cross. That may be relevant for somebody. We have a snake on here. We have more flowers. The key words here say transformative, intense, passionate, secretive, carnal, thorough, obsessive, intimate, primal, lusty, deep, eternal, resourceful, mysterious, regenerative, compulsive, destructive, and manipulative. So those are the kind of positive and negative aspects of Scorpio, right? So if you are feeling any intense emotional energy right now, it's probably that Scorpio energy coming in, bringing out things from your subconscious. And that definitely, when we start tapping into things from our subconscious, that means it's stuff we haven't really been paying attention to or that we even were aware of. So that will be a transformative experience. It's going nicely with that change card. Change is always good. Divine Feminine says, remain grounded, handle this period of transformation with grace and poise, compassion, and relying on your intuition and ability to find a way to effectively communicate with those that you are dealing with. And from the Divine Feminine Oracle, this will have a goddess that wanted to be involved in your reading. And you have Khadija, the mother of believers. Look at that strong, fiery energy. That's passionate. Goes nicely with these red flowers in the Scorpio card. It says, I am spiritually and financially abundant. I provide heaven and earth for myself. Beautiful, strong, independent, feminine energy coming through to help us with the grounding. That's really great. I like how this saying on this card says, I am spiritually and financially abundant, because that goes nicely with the message from the Let's Get Grounded card about taking all of your spiritual energy and grounding that on earth, which would be part of that would involve financial abundance. I provide heaven and earth for myself, connecting heaven and earth together to have a full and joyful, abundant life. Joyful life. The guidebook for this Khadijah card mentions that she was a widow in Saudi Arabia in the 6th century. She became very wealthy through business as a merchant. It says that she was then very kind with her wealth by sharing with the poor, providing for her children, and taking care of her extended family. She also is the wife of the person who became the Prophet Muhammad. So we have the idea of Islamic religion coming in here with the Muslim aspect tied to the Middle East area may be relevant for you. A nice message here about grounding the spiritual into the earthly realm and believing in people when they are having spiritual experiences. She's the mother of believers. Doesn't matter which religion you are or what your belief system is, no religion. This is Khadijah's spirit coming through to let you know that it's possible to ground spiritual energy into the earth and have an abundant life where you are helpful to other people and yourself. The guidebook for this Scorpio card mentions how the red flower on here is the Venus flytrap, encouraging us to live life to the fullest, find something that we love doing, and then embrace that fully. Guidebook mentions when we pull this card in a reading that it's an opportunity to journey beneath the distractions of the day-to-day and dive deep into our soul. And we had the Khadijah card come out here with the idea of her existing in the 6th century Middle East area. So that may mean that you have some kind of connection to that culture or potentially a past life. And the reason past lives really came through this Cosma Visions tarot that we're using, the creator of this deck made it, painted all these beautiful cards and made it to discuss the journey that we have between lives. What happens when we are in the spiritual realm or wherever we go between lives here on earth. It's embracing the belief system of having a past life and then a time in between before we reincarnate on earth. So if that's not part of your belief system in terms of past lives, then I would say that this is a time between chapters of your life, right? So if we're talking about change, being grounded, stepping into what we love, and then providing heaven and earth for ourselves, connecting the spiritual with the earthly realms, and being the powerhouse for ourselves that does that very independent energy here. This is going to be talking about the chapters of our lives that we go through, the change that we experience, moving from one chapter to the other, and maybe what that transition period is going to be like. This is advice from Divine Feminine about transformation, transition, times of transition, how to move gracefully from one chapter of our lives to the next. We have 2 cards flipping out here. The first one is the 7 of Birds, 7 of Air, or 7 of Swords in a traditional tarot. And the 10 of Embers, 10 of Wands, 10 of Fire. Look at these. Looks like a meteor shower. Something may be coming in that is a little bit shocking, a little bit quick and abrupt in terms of something happening quickly and having an emotional impact on us. These meteors are going into a pool of water here is what it looks like to me, which speaks about the emotional body. So some kind of quick change that's going to be emotional for you is being indicated by this card. And then the 7 of Birds, we have all this swirling energy here, all these beautiful colors up in the air. However, the birds on this card are nicely aligned, flying in formation. Even though the air around them is crazy, chaotic, these birds are flying in a nice, neat formation. So this is definitely dealing with change and chaos in a graceful way. Also reminding you that you don't need to do it alone, because those birds are together in formation supporting each other. Seven of Swords traditionally can talk about dealing with trickery, basically, deceit, manipulation. And then the 10 of Wands traditionally talks about overcoming challenges. So the Chrysalis crystal here is here to help us with effective communication, dealing with change, dealing with challenges. So we are being encouraged by the Divine Feminine here that no matter what's going on, to remember to try to support those that you're involved with. Remember, Khadijah was very supportive of the people in her life as well as people who were less fortunate. So this is taking care of yourself, taking care of others, being supportive in a balanced way so that people can work together to overcome challenges. And if you are dealing with something that's very personal and doesn't really involve other people, then it's communicating with Spirit, keeping that connection open, having faith that Spirit will help you get over any challenges. We have one card, two cards, flipping, three cards. Okay, basically this section flipped. So we'll see. We have the Protector. Oh, yeah, okay, we have 5 more cards flipping over. We have the Protector. In this deck, the Protector is the King of Wands. So look at that. I'm going to put that right here next to Khadijah here because she's wearing this nice, bright, red, powerful dress, reminding me of the Queen of Wands energy. And then we have the Protector, the King of Wands energy coming out. We also have the Weaver, which is the Page of Air, Page of Swords in a traditional tarot. This is about learning. It's about studying. It's about starting something new, having new ideas. You can see this person here is dressed like a bird and they're just weaving their thoughts up into the air. So this to me is saying the Divine Feminine wants you to express your intentions. Talk to the Divine Feminine now about your desires, what you want. Scorpio, going after what you're passionate about, a very passionate sign, doing what you love, loving what you do. Divine Feminine wants you to speak about your intentions to Spirit for sure, with any Divine Feminine guide that you may be connected with. And then if it's appropriate to speak about your intentions with the other people that you're involved in, because we had the idea of effective communication come through right from the beginning of this reading. Sometimes it's not always appropriate to let everybody know what's going on, what your plans and intentions are, especially because we have the 7 of Birds here, 7 of Air, 7 of Swords energy in traditional tarot that talks about people who may not have our best interest in mind, talks about people who may be playing mind games, talks about people that are being deceitful, they're lying, maybe cheating, maybe manipulative. So this is a little bit of a caution here that those people still do exist in the world. So when you are looking at the people that you're dealing with, make sure that you are only opening up to them about your true intentions and plans if you feel like you can trust them. If you can trust them, definitely embrace this idea of effective communication here where everybody is being open and honest. If there's people around you that you feel like you can't trust, then it's time to keep those plans and intentions to yourself and speak silently about those to Spirit and the Divine Feminine energy. We also have the past lives card. This is number 13. In traditional tarot, this would be the death, rebirth, transformation card. So definitely speaking about some kind of transformation here that you're going through. Divine Feminine wants you to be aware that change is coming if you haven't been experiencing change. Reminding you that Queen of Wands, King of Wands, fiery leadership energy from Spirit is there to help you and support you. You're protected during this change. King of Wands, the protector energy here. And also reminding you that you have these qualities within you. You can tap into your own creative, inspirational, action-oriented energy to go through this change, to create change. If you also are needing a change, you can create that change for yourself. You're being reminded you can create change for yourself as well. And you're protected and guided during this time by not only the Divine Feminine, but the masculine there. A nice balance of feminine and masculine energy coming in. Strong, powerful spirit guide with Khadija there, role model for women on earth, reminding us that no matter if you're man or woman, more feminine or more masculine, that we all have feminine and masculine qualities within us that we can tap into and that we can rely on to make the change we want to see in the world, make the change we want to see in our own lives, and do so gracefully. We also have the Fighter. This is the Knight of Air, Knight of Swords. This figure is wearing antlers in this card, connecting to the stag spirit. The stag or deer animal spirit is all about leadership, but in a kind, nurturing way, which is, I love the white deer, heart deer, stag deer animal spirit because it talks about leadership, but in a compassionate, nurturing way. You think about how deer care for each other in a herd. They're very gentle creatures, and they can fight for what they believe in, when they can fight to protect themselves and each other when they need to, but for the most part, they have a gentle nature about them, definitely embracing the Divine Feminine qualities there. And then the other one that came out was the Phoenix. This is the number 5 card in this deck, related to the Hierophant. Another mention of change. In this case, the Phoenix rising above any challenges. We had the 10 of Embers here, 10 of Wands, which speaks about challenges that we've overcome or that we're facing that we will overcome. We have transformation here and the Phoenix rising. I love that the Phoenix came out last in your tarot here because it mentions rising above and being born into a new being, a stronger being, a fiery, passionate, light-filled being. The guidebook for this Phoenix card here says that when it appears in your reading, it's time to celebrate because you are approaching a new awakening and being one with Spirit. There's magic bubbling up inside of you. It says you don't need to be too rigid in your expectations here, and allowing patience and room for spiritual awakening to take place will lead you to soar to greater heights. So bringing in the idea of managing expectations and being patient goes right back to this Weaver card here. You are being encouraged to think about what it is that you want your life to look like and setting those intentions and speaking those to Spirit if it's appropriate, speaking those to those around you that may be involved with whatever you're trying to do, whatever change you're trying to bring about, but being mindful that not everybody is someone who may agree with you or have the same intentions as you. So be careful about who you're speaking with, and then when you are speaking with people that you feel like you can trust, definitely be honest and open with them. We have the idea of spiritual awakening coming, which is great that we have Khadija there as a spirit guide to bring the spiritual energy down into earth. And in this case, it's definitely talking about manifesting some kind of financial abundance, bringing heaven to earth, being emotionally fulfilled. We didn't have very much water energy come through in this reading other than the idea here of these meteors landing in a lake or a pool of water, meaning that this transformation that you're going through is going to be emotional. And then we have the Scorpio energy there, definitely an emotional sign, an emotional energy there, sometimes secretive, mysterious, which, you know, we have the Seven of Birds here. The traditional Seven of Swords I mentioned talks about people that may not have the best intentions, may be lying or deceitful or manipulative. Because we have the Scorpio there, pay attention to somebody that seems that way right now. It may be that they are just a secretive person. Maybe they don't feel that they can be open for some reason. Maybe they haven't been around other people that they have been able to effectively communicate with in an open manner. So their behavior is making them seem mysterious and secretive, which, you know, if we think somebody's hiding something, we can sometimes think that they may be having bad intentions behind their behavior, but it might be that they're just protecting themselves. That message came through very strongly just now when we're talking about if you're dealing with somebody who's in this kind of Seven of Air, Seven of Swords, Seven of Birds energy, that's not quite being open, being mysterious, that maybe you don't feel like you can trust. This is asking for you to look at things from their perspective. I mean, there are unfortunately people out there who lie, cheat, steal, but there are some people who have had experiences because of whatever challenges they've faced in their life. We have challenges all through your reading. Whatever challenges they've faced in their life, they may have had to protect themselves. And this is also for you as well, had to build up a way of protecting yourself. So make sure if you are thinking or dealing with somebody that you are thinking is dishonest, look at things from their perspective and see if maybe they're just being overly protective of themselves. If you get the feeling that maybe they are really having good intentions and they do agree with you on whatever change you're trying to bring about, maybe be the bridge that opens up that communication and gives them a chance to teach them how to communicate effectively, that it's okay, it's safe to be honest with you, it's safe to be open with you. If you're really getting the feeling to stay away from the person, then that's your intuition telling you, nope, sorry, they are just a dishonest person. Walk away, move away. So definitely a lot of nuanced messages coming through here. Nothing is super clear in terms of how to assess the people that you're dealing with, but this is reminding you that people are complex. They're not just one thing or another thing. They're a nuanced being here on Earth, just like you are. So this is encouraging us not to just look at things as they appear to be on the surface, especially with the Scorpio energy, to peel back the layers a little bit, try to look at the deeper meaning behind things, to make sure that you're looking at the true meaning, the true spirit of a person that you're dealing with, the true soul of the person that you're dealing with. It may be that they've just had a challenging experience here on Earth and they're trying to work through that themselves. Other than that piece of dealing with people who are a little bit mysterious here, definitely Divine Feminine letting you know that balancing your own feminine and masculine energy will be a great thing to do right now because a spiritual transformation is coming and It's something that you're going to be able to ground into earth to bring you greater abundance. And it starts with making sure you're speaking with honest intentions when you speak with spirit. And dreaming too. This is a very dreamy energy coming off of the Weaver card here. That's light, positive, happy intentions going up into spirit. So you deserve those things. You deserve a happy, joyful life. Think about where in your life you would like to bring more joy and set those intentions and speak about those with spirit. For the rest of the reading, we have 4 more oracle cards. We have the Reincarnation, Awakening Far Memory card, and we have Fear. Wow, that is a powerful card. 51 on there reduces to 6. So, yeah, this person is looking into the mirror and seeing something that is not them, right? They're seeing something else. So be honest with yourself about who you truly are. Pile 1. If we're going through a chaotic situation, it may be easy to embrace the fear, embrace the scary aspects of that. But in reality, this person is not what they're seeing in the mirror, right? This card is saying that you are maybe being a little bit hard on yourself, Pile 1, in terms of your own weaknesses. There's a lot of people spreading fear in the world, unfortunately, and that makes us doubt ourselves. So this card is encouraging you to remember who you truly are, not the illusions that are being fed into us by people in society that are spreading fear. We have 51 on here reducing to 6. 6 is a number of love. 6 is a number of balance. We have love and balance mentioned here with these 2 strong feminine and masculine leadership cards coming out here. So balancing your feminine and masculine fire energy of creation, creativity, inspiration, and action to overcome fear. The fears you may be dealing with, because we have the green and the red in this card, they may be related to the root chakra. So that's the red color here, related to safety and stability and the things that we need basically here on earth to live a good life. And then the green on there bringing in the heart chakra again, which we had on this Let's Get Grounded card. So there might be some healing being encouraged now in your heart center here, grounding your heart, healing your heart. From the Secret Language of Light Oracle, you have Soul Writing, number 20. That is a beautiful card. This is encouraging you to journal in a very practical sense. This is encouraging you to journal. That is a way to help get grounded, and that's also a way to heal your heart, is to write in a journal about your emotions, especially because we have the idea of needing to be honestly communicating in our lives. If we are dealing with people that we don't trust, that we don't feel like we can talk to, writing about that in a journal that you keep for yourself may be helpful, because that is a way where you're still expressing your emotions. You're writing those down. Spirit is aware of what you're writing. And then you're able to express some emotions if they're hurtful emotions. If something has hurt you, this is a way to release things that need to be released for you to be able to move forward. The very first line in the guidebook for the Soul Writing card says, "We become the stories we tell. You are the author of your story. Write a story that inspires you and doesn't let anyone else command the pen." This is going back to this Khadijah energy here about making your own heaven here on earth, bringing your spiritual energy and your earthly energy together to be abundant on earth and create the life that you want. Write your own story, create your own story, That matches nicely with the message we got from the Weaver card here about expressing your intentions to Spirit. You're definitely being encouraged here to look at your life and step into the power of how you can create your own life and write your own story. From the blue Messiah cards, you have sound healing, number 29. 29 reduces to 11. 11 is a master number related to having a vision, being the visionary. I love how, I'm just going to separate these out just a little bit here so you can see them. I love how these two cards here have come out underneath the Weaver card. So right in the center of your reading here, we have the Weaver here telling you to weave positive intentions, and speak about your positive intentions about what you want in your life. Speak about that to Spirit. Write your own story and use sound healing. Sound healing is, something that people actually do use, connecting with different sounds and the vibrations that different sounds have. That may be something you want to look into. We have two things being recommended here for practical ways that you can gracefully deal with change and process what you're going through, process the feelings you're having during any transformative times. We have journaling and sound healing, working with music. Also, if it's not the kind of metaphysical sound healing of connecting with specific vibrations and sounds, then using music. Journaling and using music coming to mind. Connecting with music also stimulates different aspects of our spirit, may help you connect more with your intentions and what it is that you want in your life and what your soul wants for you. And then finally, from the Conscious Spirit Oracle, you have number 35, Nature Spirits. Goes perfectly with our grounding card here. 35 reduces to 8, which is a number of abundance, which goes great with the Khadijah feminine energy, divine feminine spirit that wanted to come through as a guide for you. And it says, I respect all of nature's elemental beings and help preserve life on Earth. We have a fairy there. She's holding a lotus flower. The lotus is spreading light into the universe. We have a little frog there, maybe a good animal spirit. We had the stag or deer spirit come out here in this card about fighting for what you believe in, fighting for the ideas that bring about positive change into your own life and to the world. And then we have the frog spirit here, and basically anything connected to nature, right? We have the figure in here dressed like a bird, wearing wings, and this is obviously a fairy here with bright yellow and green wings. Stepping into your personal power with yellow there because it connects to the solar plexus chakra, and then the green is the nature, grounding, connecting with nature, and then heart healing as well. The guidebook for the Nature Spirits card says, nature energies are healing, revitalizing, nurturing, and loving. Mother Earth coming through in this divine feminine reading as well. She shares them unconditionally. It says, open your heart and welcome these energies into your life. Another encouragement to get out in nature, ground yourself, connect the spiritual realm to the earthly realm to bring greater abundance into your life. You're being prepared for some kind of transformation in the spiritual area of life with the purples here. Change is always good. Some kind of increase in your awareness in spiritual topics. Overall in this reading, we've been given advice from the Divine Feminine about how to gracefully deal with transformation and change. You've been given some practical advice here about working with music, doing some journaling, and getting out into nature, and really being encouraged to be the creator of the life that you want to live. We have the Khadijah spirit coming through that says, I am spiritually and financially abundant. I provide heaven and earth for myself. I'll bring this here in case you want to use that as an affirmation, because that is a great summary of your reading. A lot of different details came out in this reading in terms of different aspects to consider when you're going through transformation and change. But the main theme of this from the Divine Feminine for you, Pile 1, is to be the creator of your own life. Balancing masculine and feminine, we had the King of Wands energy, the protector coming out here, matching nicely with the Queen of Wands energy that Khadija is bringing. These two masculine and feminine powerful guides and energies watching over you, protecting you, and guiding you during this time to transform your life into the life that you want to live. Beautiful reading about stepping into your personal power, creating positive intentions for yourself, and then going after your dreams. Facing fears that you have and healing your heart will help with moving forward and being this phoenix that's rising into a new chapter, a positive, light-filled chapter of your life, Pile 1. I hope that you have found this reading to be helpful. Thank you so much for stopping by, spending time with me during this reading. A great message from the Divine Feminine for you with how to deal with change. I wish you the best of luck on your journey, and I hope to see you again in a future reading. Hello, Pile 2. Welcome to this reading where we are connecting with Divine Feminine energy to bring through any messages of advice and guidance that she would like to share with us. You've come to the reading using this raw chrysoprase crystal, beautiful blue. This crystal invites you to welcome abundance, joy, and happiness into your life. And it also encourages you to connect with and heal anything related to your inner child. We'll be using the Light Seers Tarot for this reading, which we'll go into after we go through these oracle cards. The first two oracles that you have, the love note from the universe says, I heart to you. A very nice message right off the start from Divine Feminine energy, letting you know you are loved and supported. On the back of the card, it says, if everyone really knew how much they were loved, not only from above, but by those now in their life, there'd be little hearts drawn on everything from wheelbarrows to skyscrapers to jumbo jets. And I so look forward to that day. Big heart, the universe. You can see they've drawn little hearts on there. Definitely connecting into the inner child that this chrysoprase crystal is bringing in, because I definitely remember a time when little hearts were all over everything that I drew or wrote down. So this is a great card letting you know you are loved and supported, encouraging us to spread more love throughout the world, basically. The blues matching there, connecting to throat chakra, about positive communication, spreading messages of love coming through. And it matches nicely with the mediumship training deck card that you have that says moments of gratitude with a big old thank you heart on there. You can see a person standing there on the beach. The back of the card says, gratitude is an offering of love, trust, and appreciation to Spirit for their eternal love, guidance, and support throughout your life's journey. Having a practice of gratitude for all things, especially the blessings and miracles, is an essential part of your spiritual development. I'll put this up here if you would like to try to screenshot that. There's a lot of writing on there. This says that Spirit is also grateful for you. The card continues that for those who are living with Spirit, bringing their spiritual connection down to earth, spreading love and light, Spirit is grateful for that. So that's a thank you from Spirit to you. It's not only a reminder for you to be thankful for the things that you have in your life, but also that Spirit is thankful for you. Whatever you're doing, pile 2, Spirit says thank you. From the Numinous Astrology Oracle, we have Saturn with wisdom. Saturn, sometimes referred to as the old man of the sky because it's all about tradition and structures and patterns. We have the trees here and rocks here, bringing in the element of earth. The key words here say discipline, structure, time, responsibility, tests, ambition, difficulty, restraint, grounding, practicality, self-control, tradition, realism, container, bones, maturity, gravity, and scaffolding. Very interesting that we had 2 mentions of buildings in this reading. We had this love note from the universe mentioning that, if everybody was realizing how much they were loved, there would be little hearts on skyscrapers. And then the Saturn card has the keyword scaffolding on there, which is what builders use to stand on when they're building skyscrapers. So we are building something that is moving from low on the earth to higher up in the sky. Basically, moving up is what is coming through from those 2 messages. Building something solid, building a foundation that connects the earth to the sky, connects earth to spirit, connects practical things to our thoughts and our ideas. If you think of the sky as the air element related to thoughts and ideas, very interesting. Maybe you are building some kind of foundation right now, pile 2, that you can use to continue to grow. And Spirit is thanking you for doing whatever you're doing right now to contribute to that foundation of love that we can rely on moving forward. For the goddess energy for this Divine Feminine reading, we have the Divine Feminine deck, and you actually got 2 cards. I only chose... Pile 1 definitely got, I don't know if 2 have come out in the other readings, but you definitely got 2 when I only intended for 1. So we have Sarada Devi, the Divine Mother. It says, unconditional love exists within me. The presence of love is the absence of judgment. Acceptance, the idea of acceptance here, not judging people, not judging ourselves. Being accepting, unconditional love and accepting. And then we have Perpetua, the saint of authenticity. I am authentic self in all circumstances. I am my authentic self in all circumstances. Being true to yourself. Yes, accepting your true self and accepting others as they are. This deck over here is Love Notes from the Universe, and we have this Perpetua Saint here holding some kind of book or letter with writing on it. The blue in this card definitely spoke to me about communication, some kind of written communication coming in. Building a foundation of love, gratitude, acceptance, and being our true selves is what the Divine Feminine wants to talk about in this reading. It's very, very clear right from the beginning. So let's get some more information from Tarot. The Light Seers. Tarot. Whose creator had the intent of creating a journey of shadows and sunshine. Basically, a light-filled deck that helped us deal with shadow aspects as well. So a great pairing with the message that came through. I love this, how it works out, because we have the idea of love and acceptance and not judging people, not judging ourselves, and not judging other people. This is like... we have to make honest assessments, right? But the idea of judging someone in this context is kind of the negative judging, where you are looking at their shadow aspects or your own shadow aspects and thinking of those as only being negative, or that something that you are doing or other people are doing makes them a bad person. Being judging in a negative sense is what's being brought through here. So I love how I intuitively match, like I pick the decks and then I intuitively draw the cards, ask Spirit for guidance, obviously asking Divine Feminine for guidance, and these are the cards that came out and just so happen to match really nicely with the intention that the tarot creator set for this deck. So great alignment coming through. Spirit is amazing. Well, okay, that's a huge chunk of cards flying out, and it stayed all together. I'm sure you saw that on camera. It just flew out, and look, they didn't even like separate. They just stayed all together. So they flipped over in reverse, but I don't think they all wanted to be reversed. So let's see what this chunk sent out for us. Divine Feminine energy coming through very clearly in the beginning, and it's like, boom, here's your message. So the first card on top of that chunk is the Four of Pentacles, Four of Earth energy. This can talk about being safe and stable. It can also talk about protecting what it is that you currently have. You can see how she's clutching the bag there with the Four Pentacles on it. Protecting what it is that you have. The shadow aspect of this can talk about being greedy and not being open to new opportunities because we're scared of letting go of what it is that we have. Let's see how it falls with the other cards before we go too much further into that meaning. We also have the Six of Pentacles. This talks about the balance of giving and receiving, having enough. Having enough to give, having enough to receive more. How everything flows nicely. So this is holding on and keeping things safe. And this is sharing and giving and receiving. A flow state of giving and receiving. In this card here, the lady's eyes are closed. The card that's holding on tightly to what they have in their life right now has their eyes closed. It's followed up by the Six of Pentacles that talks about being in a flow state of giving and receiving. Pile 2, you are being encouraged to open your eyes to possibilities right now. Open your eyes to see if there's something else out there that can be helpful for you, can be enjoyable for you. We have the idea of building a foundation here. So maybe this is saying your foundation is already built and you're being encouraged to open your eyes to see how you can build upon that, build the building upon the foundation. We have the Four of Swords, Four of Air. This is talking about rest and reflection. She is curled up there in a bird's nest. We have the heart here. We also have the red thread of fate running through, also protecting her there. That energy matches the Four of Pentacles about a solid foundation. You're being encouraged right now to reflect on the foundation you've built and opening your eyes to how you can grow that, expand upon that. By stepping more into a state of flow instead of being still. All of us at different times in our lives need moments of being still. It's really important for reflecting and resting. I think that you're being encouraged right now to open your eyes. Both in the Four of Swords, the eyes are closed, and the Four of Pentacles, the eyes are closed. Divine Feminine, 2 cards coming out, both of their eyes are opened. Yeah, you're really being encouraged to open your eyes at this point. Possibly coming out of a state of rest and reflection and moving into a state of movement. moving on something with this flow card here. And then we have, oh yeah, look at that. We have the 9 of Wands. Yeah, you're being encouraged to move out of a state of rest and reflection into a state of action when you're ready, pile 2. The first step is opening your eyes to consider what else may be out there. What opportunities is the divine feminine and spirit bringing into your life at this time? I think because we had you are loved and supported. Be grateful for what you have. Be thankful for what you have, but also Spirit is thankful for you because you've built a foundation of unconditional love and acceptance. And it wants you to look at the opportunities that are now available to you. If you feel like you need more time in this rest and reflection and building a foundation, then this is saying do that. Build your foundation. Take the time to rest. Take the time to reflect. But open your eyes while you're doing that so that you're not missing any opportunities, basically. Opportunities to step into a state of flow, of giving and receiving, and opportunities to move forward. This is a very determined, action-oriented card. 9 of Wands here, talking about defending yourself, defending what you believe in. But look at how strong and determined she is looking there. She's got her ideas, she's got her creativity, her inspiration, and her ability to act. Ready to go. The way that these other wands there, they're built in this shape of scaffolding. So you are being encouraged by the divine feminine right now to reflect on the foundation you've built. Look at how you can expand upon that. It's telling you you have a solid foundation, or you are well on your way to establishing a good foundation to move forward, to build upon, expand, grow, and develop, stepping into a state of flow. If you feel like something is missing from your foundation, connect with your inner child. The Chrysalis kind of catching my attention there. Connect with your inner child to see if there's something that maybe you wanted to do since you were young, or something you've wanted to do for quite some time now. Open your eyes to the possibility that that can actually happen for you now. You're being encouraged to open your eyes to the possibility and opportunities, mostly so that you don't miss opportunities that may be being presented to you at this time. Then you have 11, Justice, Balance. Yeah, I love how that's coming out right underneath, or right after the 9 of Wands, because this speaks about somebody who's gone through some kind of challenge, had to defend themselves, had to fight for what they believe in, and Divine Feminine is letting you know that you are getting justice now. Things are being made right. Things are being brought back into balance. 6 of Pentacles, all about balance. Justice, all about balance. Whatever challenges you've gone through, you're overcoming those and you're moving into a more balanced, stable state, having a foundation from which you can move forward from now. Don't throw away that foundation, because that is providing you stability and security that will help give you confidence to move forward. We also have here, look at this card, how there's a reflection on this card. So, reinforcing the idea of rest and reflection here from the 4 of Swords. So encouraging you to start taking some kind of action. Opening your eyes is the first step to that, but not completely going into action mode. You're still going to have a balanced state where you're resting and reflecting and you're acting. Those are going to be in balance. You're doing all of those things in a balanced state in a way that is true to yourself, because we have Perpetua here saying, I am my authentic self in all circumstances. staying true to yourself, staying true to your beliefs, staying true to your values, and staying true to the dreams that you have in a loving and accepting way. And the final card we had that came out was the Three of Cups. Beautiful. Three of Cups, talking about cooperation, talking about having something to celebrate. You had the idea of gratitude here, being thankful. And also remember, Spirit is thankful for you. Spirit is grateful that you are here doing whatever it is that you're doing, pile 2. Something to celebrate. And this also speaks about friendship, cooperation. You did have 2 divine feminine spirits come out, not just one. So the idea of having a support network around you from the very beginning, the universe said you are loved and you are supported. So this is letting you know that there may be people out there that can help you, or that you can work with together in a friendly way to expand upon something you've built. We have one figure in all of your cards leading up until this last one. There's 1, 1, 1, 1. Well, the one with a reflection in this card. And then we jump to 3 people. So divine feminine energy coming through to let you know that there are other people out there who have the same mindset as you, have the same goals as you, have the same values as you, and you're being encouraged to open your eyes to see how connecting with other people at this time may be helpful for you to expand upon whatever it is you're trying to accomplish. Just came through also the idea of the mother, the maiden, and the crone coming through, because we have 3 figures on the 3 of Cups here. That's a very much divine feminine energy of maiden, mother, crone, in terms of the young woman, the mature woman, and then the wise old woman. The kind of the stages of life that we go through. And this is not only reminding you that there are other people out there that you may be able to connect with, other like-minded people you can connect with, but it's also reminding you that life goes on. Life moves forward. We age. We move through phases of our life from the maiden to the mother to the crone. So we can't stay in one state for too long. Open your eyes so that you can see where your life is going, where Spirit is trying to lead you. Beautiful, clear message. From the Reincarnation, Far Awakening, you have Desert, number 32. 32 reduces to 5. 5, a number of change. The Desert here, speaking about 2 things come to mind. One is the scarcity mindset. Sometimes if we get into scarcity mindset about being scared we're not going to have enough, or that there isn't enough to share, can lead us into the more shadowy aspect of the 4 of Pentacles, where we're holding on very, very tightly to what it is that we have because we're scared that there is not enough out there. 6 of Pentacles, following that energy up to remind you that there is a way to step into the state of flow, where you move into balance, giving and receiving. There will be enough for you, encouraging you, open your eyes, because there's possibilities out there for you, pile 2, that'll move you from this energy of possibly being scared of not having enough to realizing that there will be enough to go around. And then the other aspect coming through from the Desert card here is about personal power and strength. If you think about animals and people and plants that live, well, anything that lives in a desert, they are super strong. They are super resourceful and super resilient and capable of surviving. They are survivors because their environment may be harsh. Their environment may not be as abundant as like a forest or farmland or something else, but they still find a way to survive. Divine feminine energy coming through to let you know you are a survivor. You're strong and you're capable, pile 2. You're a survivor. You can step into that power more by recognizing and staying true to yourself. Reflect a little bit. We have the Four of Swords here, reflection energy. Reflect on your strengths and weaknesses too, right? But you're being encouraged to reflect on your strengths and how strong you are, and stay true to those strengths. Embrace the things that make you powerful and strong, and then use those to keep moving forward throughout the different phases of your life. And remember, we had Spirit saying thank you to you. Spirit is proud of whatever strength you've built is coming through really strongly just right then. Spirit proud of you for what strength you've gained, what you've done to heal from anything that needed healing, and what you've done to increase your own self-confidence and your idea of how strong you are. If you don't feel like you've done that, then you're being encouraged to do that, because it's telling you, remember, be grateful and thankful for everything that you have. That includes your own strengths that you can be confident about. You have skills, you have talents, you have things that you can use within your personal power to move forward. Spirit and Divine Feminine encouraging you to recognize the gifts that you have within yourself, the things that you have within yourself that you can use to keep moving forward. From the Secret Language of Light Oracle, you have Soul Love. Number 33. 33 reduces to 6. 6, that number of balance and love. We had 6 of Pentacles. The 6 of Pentacles energy here, this card really carrying the entire energy of this reading. This is the most important card that has come out in your reading here. If you take nothing else from this reading, think of 6 of Pentacles energy about being in a state of flow, going with the flow of giving and receiving. There's enough out there for you. You will have enough. You'll have enough for yourself, and you'll have enough to share. In this Soul Love card, the light is so bright on this card that it's a little bit difficult to see there, but there's actually a person in a yoga or meditation pose in there. You can't see their head. Their head is all light. 33, also a master number. 33, number of bringing things into being. Ties nicely back to the idea of skyscrapers and scaffolding here, about building something, expanding something, working from a solid foundation and then building and expanding upon that. This is so beautiful in the guidebook for this 33 Soul Love card. It goes right back to unconditional love, which the Sarada Devi Divine Mother card talked about. Remember, this said, unconditional love exists within me. The presence of love is the absence of judgment. Unconditional love and acceptance. And then this Soul Love card, reinforcing the idea that unconditional love goes through the universe. We have the keywords unconditional love right there. Let me put this so you can see it. And then I'm going to read some of it. It says, you are clear, pure love. Nothing from your past will block your dreams. Your future will be nothing like what has been before. You are at the center of your universe, looking outward through your experiences. When you look out in balance, you are seeing through love and will experience many variations of love. Make love your purpose. Find it wherever you can. If you begin to introduce anything into your world that does not feel like love, shift your awareness, your energy, or your eyes until you return to love. Being encouraged to focus on the idea of love and light here, pile 2. When you look out in balance, 6 of Pentacles, when you look out from a state of balance, you see love. And you see when you or people around you or the energy around you is not coming from a place of love, and then you can adjust to that. It's not your responsibility to take that unloving energy on. If you can, send it love and light, but don't stay in energy that's not loving, because you are pure love. It says right in that guidebook, and you're being encouraged to stay true to yourself, pile 2. And then it says, find love wherever you can, being encouraged to open your eyes to the possibilities that love is out there. Open your eyes so you're not missing opportunities coming through again. I keep pushing the cards up, I'm sorry. From the Blue Messiah reading cards, we have number 15, another 6 in your reading. 15, 1 and 5 reduced to 6, and it says inner vision. Look at that powerful hawk or eagle spirit there. Yeah. Blues and greens all through this card. Blue, throat chakra, communication and speaking your truth. The idea of staying true to yourself, staying true to your soul's truth, speaking your truth coming out very strongly here. And then the green in there, your heart chakra. Green, all about love. Inner vision is tying me right back to the inner child aspect that this chrysoprase is bringing in. I need to do something here. Give me a second. All right, pile 2. I definitely needed to rearrange your cards to help bring these 3 cards together here with the chrysoprase. I put the chrysoprase here with this beautiful blue on this I Heart You. These are the most important cards coming out in your reading. The Six of Pentacles, 6 of Earth, being in a state of giving and receiving. You are loved and supported. Welcome joy, abundance, and love and happiness into your life. Connect with your inner child and stay true to yourself. The inner vision of what you want your life to be like and the life you want to create is something that you should embrace right now and stay true to it. Speak your truth from a place of love. Unconditional love without judgment, accepting who you are, stepping into and accepting yourself, stepping into your soul's truth, accepting yourself as you are, and accepting yourself with the vision that you have for the life that you want to create for yourself. That's the most important thing the Divine Feminine energy wants to talk to you about right now. Really empowering, encouraging message from the Divine Feminine to just step into who you are. Embrace who you are. Embrace your dreams and embrace and love yourself. Try to spread love to the rest of the world where you can. Open your eyes to possibilities and opportunities that are out there for you. If they look like they're coming from a place of love, or if you sense they're coming from a place of love, be open to those new connections. If they look or feel like they're coming from a place that is not loving, then send them love and light and walk away. And the final card from the Conscious Spirit, we have number 10, Sacral Chakra. Passions. I feel comfortable in my own body, and I am sensitive to other people's feelings. Yeah, step into your personal power. I feel comfortable in my own body, accepting yourself, loving and accepting yourself, being grateful for the things that you have, telling yourself thank you, telling Spirit thank you. Again, open your eyes to possibilities that may be out there for you, pile 2. And then I'm sensitive to other people's feelings. The presence of love is the absence of judgment, not judging other people from a negative point of view. Being reinforced by the Sacral Chakra card, that's all about the things that we're passionate about. Be open to a life of passion. Be open to chasing your dreams, especially if they're inner child dreams, something that you've wanted to do for some time now. You are being told that you have a solid foundation, or you are well on your way to building that foundation that you can then use to step up from. and build and expand upon. Chase your passions. Look into things that you've wanted to do for quite some time now, and look at what actions you can take to start moving forward. That starts with keeping your eyes open for opportunities and possibilities out there for you, Pile 2. It's really, really beautiful. Stepping into a place where you can be yourself, and you can be in a state of flow with other people on earth and with universe and spirit, working all together to spread love and light. It's a beautiful, beautiful message, Pile 2. Unconditional love, acceptance, and being true to yourself is what you're being reminded of in this reading from the Divine Feminine. It's a focus area for you right now. Loving and enjoying life, because we have this 3 of Cups here about celebration coming through as the final message. Love life. Okay, Pile 2, I hope that you have found this reading to be helpful. It's a nice, empowering, and encouraging message from the Divine Feminine. I thank you for spending time with me. I truly appreciate any time that you take to listen to my readings, and I do really hope that they're helpful for you. I wish you the best of luck on your journey and hope to see you again in a future reading. Hello, Pile 3. Welcome to this reading where we are tapping into Divine Feminine energy to receive messages of guidance, advice, any communication Divine Feminine energy would like to bring through. You've come to the reading with this tumbled lemon quartz. This crystal increases positivity, encourages a happy mood, helps us be open to new experiences, and it's also supposed to be really good for meditation because it blocks out distractions and increases focus. We'll be using the Chrysalis tarot after we go through these first oracle cards. So these first 2 messages here kind of setting the tone for your reading from the love notes from the universe. You have one that just says forgive. Nice fiery energy coming through here in the sky. Basically looks like a little bit like a sunset or a sunrise with the sky and the stars there, bringing in all kinds of intuitive energy, but also action-oriented energy. So from the beginning, we're being encouraged to take the action of forgiving, either forgiving ourselves or forgiving someone else. The note from the universe says, of course, anger can always be justified, but then so can forgiveness. It just depends on how much more you want from the adventure. Go for the gobs. Go for gobs, the universe. Go for gobs of adventure and forgiveness. So interesting how it brought in the idea of adventure there. I didn't expect that. I love it when cards have something a little bit unexpected. Your adventure can be increased by embracing forgiveness. And that can mean recognizing that mistakes happen and moving on from them, continuing the adventure. When we are dealing with anger, because it mentioned anger can always be justified, I think that when we're learning to deal with anger and process that in a positive way, that's an adventure in itself. Trying to figure out what to do with our anger and how to turn that into something more positive and productive. Anger, an emotion that definitely informs us about the situation where obviously something is off. If something is causing anger, something is off. An adventure in exploring what is causing the anger and how we can turn that into something more productive through forgiveness. And then we have the card from the Mediumship training deck that says Soul Guidance. Tons of butterflies there on every color. So I like how that's coming out after this card talking about anger and forgiveness, transforming feelings of anger into feelings of forgiveness. Forgiveness doesn't mean we're just letting people get away with bad behavior, right? It's forgiveness is more for yourself, and so that you're not hanging on to negative or heavy emotions that are going to keep causing or attracting more heavy or negative emotions into your life. Transforming feelings within yourself into a more loving and forgiving energy that you can embody. And if somebody's bad behavior has caused your anger, that's something to reflect on in terms of the relationship that you have with that person. Does it need to be transformed in some way? Does something need to be communicated? Does something need to be walked away from? Or does something need to be embraced more? Lots of different things that can go into that, right? On the back of this card, it says a ton of things. I'll put it here so you can screenshot it if you'd like. The thing that I'm taking from this is making time for activities that contribute to your spiritual growth and psychic development is not being selfish. You should make time for those. Spending time to focus on your soul's needs enables you to nurture yourself and expand your spiritual boundaries. It also says trust and follow your gut. Use your psychic senses. Also follow your feelings. Your feelings, including anger, right, are data points for you to consider. They're information for you to consider when you are on your soul's journey. And taking time to focus on what your soul is trying to tell you, what your emotions are trying to tell you, is something you're being encouraged to do from the Divine Feminine, from these first two cards, to make sure you're giving yourself the time you need to process things going on in your life, process your feelings, and learn to trust your gut, trust your instincts, and trust your intuition. And this lemon quartz helps with focus, so that's really, really great. From the Numinous astrological deck, you have Capricorn with the Boss. Looks like we have some tiger's eye there. I'm not sure exactly what that is, but it's reminding me of the tiger's eye crystal, which is really helpful for protection and self-confidence. So if we're dealing with anger, dealing with people in our lives that creating anger, creating stress, creating anxiety, tiger's eye energy coming through here to protect you from that negative, heavy energy, but also to give you the self-confidence and courage to do what you need to heal from that, to move on from that, to process it, to transform it. The keywords we have on here are serious, authoritative, ambitious, realistic, structured, traditional, wise, enduring, accomplished, badass, majestic, competent, prepared, down to earth, corporate, reserved, rigid, and disciplined. Capricorn and the Boss there. Capricorn is the hard worker of the zodiac, the determined, focused, getting things done energy. Talking about the energy of bringing things together to get things done to accomplish something. And for the goddess energy, the Divine Feminine Oracle deck, Spirit Guide, whoa, you have Callie. Yeah, we're processing some anger here with Callie. We are dealing with some kind of situation that requires being direct. It requires being honest. It requires taking action. We had that from the very beginning with these fiery colors here, reminding me of the wands and the solar plexus, the orange and yellow and red around this forgive word here. Yeah, some kind of action, direct action being needed. And Callie coming through, a fierce goddess. This card calls her the mother of the universe. It says, I release all that doesn't serve me. It's time to be the truth of who I am. Cutting away things that are causing heavy negative energy. Negative is what I almost said, is not a word. It's heavy and negative energy. Processing and releasing that, cutting those things out of your life that are creating energy that you just don't need. Drama from people, possibly at work here, that you just don't need. Kali coming through to help you cut away the things that are not serving you, helping you recognize those. Lemon quartz here saying, yeah, don't worry about cutting things out of your life because I'm helping you. This lemon quartz, I'm helping you be open to new experiences, and I'm helping bring joy and luck and happiness into your life. So even if we have to release things, it's not something to be scared of. It's not something to dread. It can be challenging. It can be painful. But when we realize something isn't serving us anymore, it means that we are opening ourselves up to more joyful and positive energy coming into our life. We are making space for things that are in alignment with our soul's truth. It's time to be the truth of who I am. So when we're releasing things that no longer serve us, we're making space to be more true to ourselves. This lady in this card, happy, serene, peaceful, and surrounded by butterflies. Butterflies of transformation, transforming heavy energy into more peaceful and calm energy where you can find joy again is what the Divine Feminine wants to talk to you about in this reading pile 3. I mentioned it in some earlier readings, but I love how the cards come out, Spirit, Divine Feminine energy. I just love how tarot works because I choose the decks that I'm going to use in the reading intuitively, and then I shuffle the oracle cards, and I love how that butterfly card matched with the Chrysalis tarot. The Chrysalis is that stage between the caterpillar and the butterfly. Butterflies on the back of this deck matching nicely there. Yet we're talking in this reading pile 3 about releasing things that no longer serve us, transforming heavy energy into light energy, doing something that is more in alignment with our truth and who we truly are and who we truly want to be, and moving away from situations that may have caused anger in a graceful way where we're not creating more negativity when we walk away. We can walk away in a mature, graceful, calm way without creating more drama. I mean, depending on your situation, that's going to be more challenging to do. But the idea from Divine Feminine here is to recognize situation that people in the situations have, including yourself, have done what they've done. Forgiveness is needed to move past that. Forgive people. It doesn't mean necessarily forget about what they've done, right? Because if people are bringing negative, heavy energy into our lives, that's something we want to move away from. If it's something we cannot help them transform, then it's something to walk away from. When we're helping each other grow and develop, sometimes we can help people transform. But it's important to recognize we can't change everybody, and it's not our job to change everybody. The idea here of helping children process anger just came through, probably because this phrase on the Kali card says the mother of the universe. So if there's people that are younger than you that you can be a mentor to, you can be a positive role model to, you can help younger people, children process anger, then that's something to put some energy into. But if it's people that are not willing to change and they're adults, basically not acting like mature, healthy adults, then that's something to cut out of your life very forcefully, I say, but that doesn't mean you need to kick them out, like physically force them. It needs to be done decisively. If there are people in your life that are not willing to change, not willing to recognize you for who you are, not respecting you, then those are people to decisively cut out of your life with that Kali energy there. So more guidance from the Chrysalis Tarot. We have one falling out. The first one, Gaia. Number 3, the Empress. Yeah, Mama Earth coming through in this Divine Feminine reading to give us some guidance. There are a ton of symbols in this card. Mother Earth here to guide you, and Kali, 2 powerful spirit guides for you. We have a dove. We have robin's eggs there, indicating younger people and also new experiences. We have the peacock there, symbolizing stepping into your own power and being seen, speaking your truth. We also have on here feathers, signs from spirit. We have seashells, butterfly on there for transformation. Of course, the dove is all about peace. I'm going to put her right there. Those are your 2 divine feminine spirit guides coming through for your reading. Kali, the mother of the universe, and Gaia, Mother Earth. 2 strong mamas coming out in your reading, pile 3. I think you may be dealing with something challenging, and you are being supported by very, very strong divine feminine guides at this time. We have this chunk flipping over here. So we have the 3 of spirals. In traditional tarot, this would be the 3 of wands. So fire energy coming through. I love how on this card, though, it's very earthy. We have a tree. We have roots and leaves there. We also have this figure here. The way that their hair is in this figure reminds me of the Buddha figure, the Buddha sculptures that you see. Bringing in the idea of basically moving forward calmly, transcending, moving to a higher vibrational state in a calm and peaceful way is what I'm getting from this. 3 of wands, traditionally, you may see somebody with 3 wands looking out over a lake or towards a mountain or something, with a beginning of a journey. Lemon quartz here to help you on some kind of new journey that could be learning how to forgive yourself and forgive others, because on the other side of this forgive card, it did mention the word adventure. Reminds me of journey. The creator of this Chrysalis deck talks about how there is an unseen force that helps us on our journey towards self-fulfillment. That's kind of the intention and the inspiration behind this, the tarot deck here. So that matches nicely with the idea of some kind of phase in your journey right now where you are learning something new. You're learning to transform negative into positive. You're learning to transform heavy into light, and it's going to be a journey. It's going to be an adventure. We also had the 9 of mirrors. This is the water element of the deck. So 9 of cups, a wish come true. We have sunflowers on here. Of course, more butterflies, beautiful white flowers. These figures look to me like younger fairy type figures. And of course, there's water dripping all through. We have the idea from Kali of it's time to release all that doesn't serve you. Well, it says, I release all that doesn't serve me. It's time to be the truth of who I am. If you have negative or heavy emotions to release, a good cry may help with that, pile 3. And we have the sunflowers there indicating positive, sunny energy is waiting for you, even if you're having a good cry right now. The positive, sunny energy, they're waiting for you to step into. Got to release that heavy energy, release those heavy emotions, practice forgiving, learn how to forgive, so your journey can be more in alignment with the wishes that you have, so your wishes can come true. And then the other one that came out was the Seven of Scrolls. That's the air element in this deck. So the Seven of Swords. We have a figure here, a fawn type figure standing in front of a doorway. Could be two doors. Wow. Okay. So this was a different depiction of the Seven of Scrolls, Seven of Air, Seven of Swords, which sometimes can talk about trickery, deceit, lies, people not being truthful, and oh, good grief. So the guidebook, just the little white book, there's a more extended guidebook, but just in the little white book for this card, it's talking about how the satyr, I thought it was a fawn, I don't know if they're the same, but is standing in front of two doors. So that is two doors being indicated there, and it's talking about having to make a decision. It's talking about how one door seems safe and one door seems risky. In this case, it's saying that the risky door, the door that seems risky to this character in the card, actually feels right. And most importantly, it says many courageous decisions are made just because they feel right. So, pile 3, I would add to that, if the risky decision that you are, the risky side of the decision you are considering, if that doesn't feel right, then that's telling you something, right? The most important thing that I'm taking from this card is courageous decisions being made just because they feel right. So whatever side of what the decision that feels right to you is the one you're being encouraged to follow. It could be that one decision makes more sense in your mind logically, because we have Capricorn here. The practical, logical decision is one decision, and then the one that seems more in line with what your heart is saying, what feels good, basically. This is telling you to follow your heart. I was trying really, really hard there to give space to both decisions, but my words aren't coming out until I was saying follow your heart. Follow your heart is the guidance you're being given. If you have a decision to make, and one is your mind telling you something and one is your heart telling you something, follow your heart. It's coming out very strongly. I was trying to give the mind just as much space in this reading, but it's telling you follow your heart. It's coming out right after this Nine of Mirrors, Nine of Cups, Nine of Water energy, which is all about emotions and wishes coming true. Something speaking to your heart is spirit telling you that's what you should do. Wow, okay. I really hope that made sense. That's very clear, very direct guidance. We would expect nothing less from Kali, right? Mother Earth can be a little bit more open to considering both sides of the situation, helping you see the positives in both sides, but Kali is like, follow your heart. That she is dominating this reading for sure. Just got chills all the way up and down my back. Not just even my spine, all the way up and down my back. She is like, follow your heart, pile 3. That's the message. Very, very strongly coming through. from Kali there. And that's follow your heart. If this is a love situation, this just came through specific guidance for somebody. This is very specific guidance saying follow your heart, not what your mind is telling you about love. Not what your mind is telling you about who you should be loving, what kind of person you should be in a relationship with. This is follow your heart. Something's not right in a situation that your mind is telling you about. Maybe this is a situation where on paper somebody looks like a perfect partner for you, but your heart is telling you something's not right. Ooh, that's difficult. That's challenging, pile 3. Sending lots of love and light to you for that. That is difficult when you see something that or you're involved in a situation that should make sense, should be making you happy, should feel right, but in your heart, it just, something's off. Something doesn't feel right. That is very, very challenging, and I am sending you as much love and light as I can to deal with that. Of course, you have these 2 powerful spirit guides with Kali and Mother Earth, Gaia here helping you. It just came through. If you thought you were making the right decision about something related to love and your heart, you're just now recognizing that your heart is telling you something different, forgive yourself and move on. We all make mistakes. We all make the best decisions we can with the information we have at the time, right? It sounds like your heart is giving you new information, something about the way you're feeling, and your heart is feeling right now is telling you that it's giving you new information to consider. And it's letting you know to follow your heart with whatever your heart is telling you now about this situation, follow it. Because it's new information coming in to help you. And that new information coming in through your heart is being sent to you by the divine feminine energy that spirit has within it. The divine feminine energy throughout the universe is sending information through your heart at this time, not through your mind. Follow your heart. Okay, we have 2 more flipping over. One is actually about the creators. Let's set that aside. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, number 10, the Wheel of Fortune, the cycles of life. Yep, moving on to another chapter in your life. Moving on in some kind of new experiences, a new chapter of your adventure. Stepping out into a new journey, a new section of your journey, your soul's journey. This Chrysalis Tarot is all about the journey towards self-fulfillment. Follow your heart and do what's right for you is what stage of your life you're in. That's the stage of your journey. Take care of yourself. Focus on your journey towards self-fulfillment because it's your truth that matters right now. It's your true self that matters right now, pile 3. The Wheel of Fortune telling us, that's the part of your destiny that you're involved in right now, is making a decision about something going on in your life. And your mind is telling you one thing, and your heart is telling you another, and you're being encouraged to follow your heart. It's just very direct, specific guidance. And then we have the Storyteller. Number 9, the Hermit. This is you in this card holding your light near your heart. And these are the 2 strong spirit guides coming through to help you. We have 2 birds above. We have Kali and Mother Earth. And this is you holding your light near your heart. Hermit energy, you're being asked to take care of yourself, possibly withdrawing from some kind of situation. It may not be physically possible to withdraw from a situation, but what you're being advised to do is listen to your own opinions right now. Listen to the information that you're receiving through your heart center right now. There may be other people in this situation giving you guidance and advice, but you're being encouraged to follow your heart and follow your own advice in this situation, pile 3. It's coming through very, very clearly, very directly, right? Like I said before, we would expect nothing less from Kali there. When things need to be cut out of our life or changed, Kali comes through to help us find the courage and strength to do that. Yeah, my back is just like all tingly. And then the final one is the 5 of Stones. This is the 5 of Earth, 5 of Pentacles. This card can talk about feelings of loss and lack, not having enough, not being good enough. This is a fairy here who is resting. She may be crying. That's the second reference to crying in your reading. We have all these tears here coming down. Those are raindrops too, right? Cleansing. A good cry is okay right now. A good cry is a way to physically release some of the emotions that are welling up inside of you. The Hermit card, find a quiet place and have a good cry. Let it all out, pile 3. Let it all out so that you can listen to your heart, listen to your truth, and move forward towards joy and happiness. Wow, pile 3. Strong, strong energy coming through, telling you to do what's best for you. From the Reincarnation, Far Awakening, we have Attack, number 57. 57 reduces to 12, reduces to 3. That's kind of a graphic card there, so I'm going to blur it out, but we're still going to talk about the energy it's bringing through. Pile 3, if this is a situation where you are actually being physically attacked, please do what you need to keep yourself safe and move away from that situation. There are a ton of resources out there. It takes courage to seek help, to call for help. Please do what you need to take care of yourself. Find a safe space and move on. Get yourself out of a situation where you are dealing with people who are hurting you. I'm just going to place this card over here because we are moving away from things that are causing us pain. When people are angry, an emotional response may be to lash out, express anger through verbally attacking someone is coming through, where people are yelling and screaming at each other. And this is Kali especially coming through to cut through that situation so that people involved can have a calm, peaceful conversation. This is people need to take time, walk away, let the anger dissipate a little bit, release the anger in a healthy, productive way so people can come back together and have effective communication, have a conversation. If both people in that situation or all people in that situation are willing to do so in a loving manner, then it may be worth that conversation. If there's somebody in that situation that is not willing to have a peaceful, calm situation, then it's something to walk away from. From the Secret Language of Light Oracle, we have number 8, meditation. A big heart there, lots of love being sent to you. Yeah. The information coming in to help you in this situation, pile 3, is coming in through your heart, being reinforced with this card. It came out in reverse. So I think that you may not be listening to your heart enough at this point. You may need to listen to your heart more, pile 3. Information from Spirit is coming in through your heart. Listen to and follow your heart. From the blue Messiah reading cards, you have Rainbow Body, number 23, reduces to 5. 5, a number of change and transformation. Rainbow Body, speaking about all the colors of our chakras, all of our chakras that make us a whole person. A lot going on in this card, but the card that looks mostly, or the part of the card that looks most like a person is blue. Communication, very important right now. Speaking your truth, very important right now. It's blue matching with Kali. Kali coming through very, very strongly to help you in this situation, pile 3. Again, her card says, I release all that doesn't serve me. It's time to be the truth of who I am. All of you deserves to live a happy, fulfilled life. A life where yourself feels fulfilled is what you deserve. This is 9 of Cups, 9 of Mirrors is all about wishes coming true. I would think that most of us wish to have happier things in our lives. We wish to live a happy life. And this is the Divine Feminine coming through to tell you you deserve to live a happy life. Find courage and strength to enter new experiences, to step out into the next chapter of your life. Your journey towards self-fulfillment may involve a tough decision. Follow your heart. From the Conscious Spirit Oracle, we have number 25, Spirit Guides. I open my heart to my guides and trust in the wisdom they share with me. Beautiful. Again, your 2 spirit guides coming through super strongly, Kali and Mother Earth. This card has the green for the heart chakra, and then it brings in the purple. And the purple is intuition and third eye. I think a lot of times when we think of third eye, we're thinking about our mind. But this is speaking to me about intuition and how our intuition is actually a combination of all of our energy centers. The rainbow body makes up our intuition. A courageous decision made because it feels right. Coming through to your intuition, we have purple on this card here that told us to make the decision that feels right. Listen to your heart. Your intuition is a combination of your feelings. It includes your mind. It includes your heart. It's a mixture of all the information coming in through all parts of your body. All the ways that you can receive information makes up your intuition. And you are being encouraged to listen to your spirit guides, connect with spirit, open your heart to your guides, trust the wisdom they share with you, and they're sending that information, that wisdom to you through your heart, pile 3. It can't be more clear at this point, pile 3. Kali and Mother Earth coming through to tell you to take care of yourself, speak your truth, do what you need to align with your true self and your true soul so that you can make the decision that will help you make your wishes come true and move forward with the wheel here on your journey towards self-fulfillment. The information you need to follow right now is coming in from your spirit guides through your heart. You may have to make a difficult decision. Try to do so in a loving, respectful way where you are having calm and peaceful conversations with people involved in that decision. Practice forgiveness can be very difficult, especially if we've experienced some kind of trauma. But remember, the act of forgiveness is more for you so you don't carry that heavy energy. It doesn't mean that that person was right. It doesn't mean that that person should have done what they did, but you are forgiving yourself for being involved in that situation, even if it wasn't your fault, right? This isn't saying something is your fault, but sometimes we blame ourselves for things we experience. You are doing the best you can with the information you have. Forgive yourself for any aspect of your life that you feel guilty about or shameful about. New information is coming in through your heart to help you move forward. And if you can eventually find a way to forgive the other people that were involved in some kind of hurtful situation, that will let you live a lighter, more joyful, happy life because you're no longer carrying that heavy energy with you. Sending you tons of love and light. There's support out there for you. Find the courage to ask for help. Find the courage to make the decision that feels right to you so you can move forward towards happiness. Release the pain, move towards happiness. Spirit guides strongly supporting you right now. I do hope that you found this reading helpful. I am sending you tons of love and light and courage and strength. I do wish you the best of luck on your journey to find yourself, find your true self. Find a way to make your wishes come true. Co-create with Spirit to make your wishes come true by moving forward on your journey, moving past the pain and towards the happiness. Thank you for spending time with me, Pile 3. I do hope to see you again in a future reading. Hello, Pile 4. Welcome to this reading where we are connecting with divine feminine energy, asking for guidance, advice, any communication, divine feminine energy throughout the universe would like to send through at this time. You've come to the reading with this blue aventurine stone. It's a peaceful, calming, and healing stone that travels between our mind and our heart. It says that it helps us make clear decisions and brings us patience and also brings us inner strength, especially when we are considering exploring possibilities. And I intuitively place the stones with the decks I choose, and I think it's so great how all of the stones and decks and oracle cards are aligning. We're using the Linestrider tarot in this reading for Pile 4. And the creator of this deck wanted to make a deck that connects the line between logic and magic, animal and human, the conscious and the unconscious. And I thought it was really cool how when I read about this blue adventuring, the note that came with it said that it travels between the mind and the heart. So great alignment between these two, the crystal and the deck so far. We'll see with the rest of the cards, of course, but everything feels greatly aligned at this point. The first card we have is from the Love Notes from the Universe, and yours says, "You are adored." You are adored. You are loved. You are supported. We have the earth here. We have the moon looking over the earth. Nice pinks and blues here coming together. The idea of masculine and feminine balance here, coming through intuitively to me anyway. The note from the universe says, don't be fooled by the players and don't be fooled by yourself. There's no one more lovable nor loved than you. And I know everyone. So the universe says, the universe knows everyone, and there's nobody that's more lovable nor loved than you. It's definitely a love note to you from the universe saying how awesome you are, and they love you and they're supporting you. And they know everyone. So you're worth it, Pile 4. And then it's signed Precious, the universe, with a nice blue and green heart there. The other one from the Mediumship training deck says the wonder of colors. And look at this. We have somebody holding a black box, or actually it's a little bit black and green, bluish, and all the rainbow colors coming out of there, indicating a whole person, everything that makes us up as a person, as a being. It has a ton of information on the card, so I'll put it there if you want to try to screenshot it. I don't know if it'll come through. But the most important things that I'm taking from this is that colors can be a wonderful tool as you develop and evolve your psychic and mediumship abilities. They align with the chakras, they're involved in symbols, they feed your creativity and imagination. It says, breathe in the wonder of nature's colors that can be found all over forest, sea, sky, mountains, flowers. And it also says, treat the world around you as your own personal art school as you begin to learn and practice how to bring color awareness into your life and spirit. So I think other than the very practical message about using color to connect with spirit, using color to learn about the world, using color to learn about the different energies that make up the universe, this is really telling us to consider all perspectives, to remember how awesome we are, how we are made up of so many different aspects and different types of energy, and you are supported and loved during this time. Your whole self is supported and loved. That's the light side of you and the shadow side of you as well. From the Numinous astrological deck, you actually got 2 cards. The other piles only had 1. So you have Mars with action. We have the fire there. Mars actually set on fire in this card. Bright red lipstick, some boxing gloves. The keywords here say desire, impulses, courage, force, heat, strength, competition, workouts, excitement, thirst, impatience, anger, leadership, engine, potency, willpower. And then we also have the second house with assets. This talks about your resources, finances, work, your values as well. The keywords on here say material world, possessions, finance, talent, values, solidity, worthiness, wardrobe, so clothes, luxuries, your credit score, security, aesthetics. We have some nice angel wings there and boxes full of stuff. So we are bringing in fire energy with earth energy here, possibly talking about taking some kind of action to bring about your manifestation. Whatever you're trying to manifest in the material world right now may be what this reading is going to talk to us about. You're being loved and supported on whatever action you're taking towards your manifestation at this time, pile 4. All the energy in the universe is coming together to help you. We will figure out more about that as the reading goes. For the goddess energy, for the divine feminine oracle, you have Yamoya, possibly. Not sure how to pronounce it. Let me know in the comments if you're familiar with this goddess. I am not. First time seeing it. Says the goddess of all that flows. Yeah, we're talking about all the energy in the universe. This is confirming that. It says, I am an ocean of creative energy. I give birth to what exists within me. The goddess of all that flows. I am an ocean of creative energy. I give birth to what exists within me. Yeah, pile 4, this is definitely talking about something you're trying to manifest, something you're trying to bring into your life, something you're trying to create, the life that you want to create for yourself. You're being supported and guided by tons of energy from the universe, and especially divine feminine helping you right now, matching nicely with the masculine energy of Mars to take action related to some kind of manifestation that you would like to bring about in your life. So from tarot, we'll get some more specific information on what does the divine feminine want to talk to you about in terms of your manifestation. What kind of energies, how to tap into all those different energies. Why are we specifically being told to focus on color? No. Sometimes the chunks all want to be flipped over. Sometimes they don't. This one though. These two. So we have the star. Look at that. This is your hopes and dreams. Bringing your dreams into reality. And look at, we have the blue and the red on there. The balance of masculine and feminine energy coming out right under this card here, where I was called to talk about that balance. The red and the blue here. Red and blue. Hopes and dreams. Whatever you're trying to manifest it's looking good in terms of it being in alignment with something that you should be dreaming about, you should be hoping about. You're being supported that whatever you're trying to manifest is in line with things you should want. And the other one, the Nine of Wands. Okay, so we're going to have some challenges potentially here, or you've overcome some challenges. We have a fox spirit here indicating using your wits, being smart, being witty, being sly. It's carrying a sword, which is bringing in the mental energy of the air energy into the fire energy. The Nine of Wands talking about standing your ground, overcoming challenges, being protected. Look at how those wands are forming a wall near that fox. The fox is wearing a bandage on its head, so it may have gone through something that was a little bit painful, but it's still standing strong, and it's supported and loved, and it's ready to move forward. You may be in a situation, Pile 4, where you've hit some roadblocks in terms of what you're trying to manifest, and you may be wondering whether or not it's something you should continue going after. The very specific message coming through from the star card that I've not really gotten before was that the thing you're trying to manifest is something you should be wanting. So it's in line with things you should be hoping and dreaming for. So you may have faced some challenges. It may not be happening as quickly as you want, but it's still worth pursuing is what I'm getting from these two cards. Okay, this one, Five of Cups. Yeah. Okay, we have an owl there. Aw. 3 eggs are broken, but 2 are still whole. Yeah, you've faced some losses. You've faced some challenges. The Five of Cups is letting us know that right now focusing on the losses is something you may be doing. And you're being encouraged by the Divine Feminine to remember the things that you still have that are going well. What are the things that are working right now? You may be at a point in whatever you're trying to manifest where you need to reassess the way that you're going about that manifestation. There may be things you're doing, because we have action there, the Mars. There may be things you're doing that are not working right now, and there may be things that you're doing that are working. So it's saying focus on the things that are working right now. They're just because some actions you're taking aren't resulting in anything, that doesn't mean they're the wrong thing to be doing, or that you're doing anything wrong. This isn't saying you are doing anything wrong, Pile 4. If anything, you're certainly supported all the energy types in the universe coming together to help you. You're definitely supported. You're not doing anything wrong, but there are certain actions you're taking right now that are working and some that are not working as well. So it's focus on the things you're doing that are going well right now, because those are the things that are probably more in alignment with universal energy and divine timing. The things that aren't working right now or that are more challenging or just seems like you hit roadblock after roadblock, those things may be not in alignment with the energy around you, and divine timing may not be ready for those actions. So focus on the things you're doing right now that are actually helping you make progress. Oop, that one flipped. 10 of Pentacles, look at that. Yeah. If you were wondering, it's going to work out. You have the Star and the 10 of Pentacles. Yeah. Focus on the things that are working because you are meant to receive your manifestation. It may not be in the timing that you had hoped for, but you're meant to receive it. You're meant to be abundant here on Earth. 10 of Pentacles is Earth energy. That's second house, assets, resources, finances, values. We have 3 dogs in this. Tons of loyalty. Yeah, you're supported by your guides. There may be a team out there that's helpful for you. And then again, we have the red and blue, balancing masculine and feminine energy to move your manifestation along. It just came through pile 4 that because this is a reading for the divine feminine, you may be focusing on one or the other right now. Like you may be more focused on the masculine, like taking action, finding inspiration, creating, deciding. Or you may be more focused on the divine feminine side of using your intuition and feeling your way through the situation and growing compassion and making decisions that support yourself and others. Those are all good things, right? You may be relying on one side more than the other. You're being encouraged to bring the masculine and feminine into balance. It's not really telling me in the reading which one you are focusing on more, probably because it's a general reading. Some of you out there may be focused more on the masculine. Some of you may be more focused on the feminine. Either way, the message for everybody that's coming to this reading is to find a way to balance the masculine and feminine. We have that on this card that's leading your reading with the red and the blue that says you are adored. We have the Mars, very masculine energy coming out, and our goddess here about creative energy too. Feminine energy can be creative as well. The creative energy that's more aligned with feminine qualities is more creativity that's inspired by your intuition and through growth and nurturing. We have the red and blue on the star here about your hopes and dreams being brought down to earth, and then the red and blue here for the 10 of Pentacles. We need to balance the masculine and feminine energies within us, as well as, because we have these 3 dogs here, as well as the people that we're working with. If there's other people involved in you trying to accomplish something, we need to balance the masculine and feminine energies that each of those people are bringing into the situation as well. But everything's looking good. You have the star, you have the 10 of Pentacles. Whatever you're trying to do is meant to happen. And if you face some roadblocks, it's because something's out of balance in terms of the masculine and feminine energy. We have the 7 of Wands flipping out there. This talks about competition, challenges. I paused there for a second because something's trying to come through about how this ram or goat here is the masculine energy standing strong on a rock. I got Aries energy from that, but I also got Capricorn energy. So Aries definitely in alignment with Mars. Oh, and the Aries would be the fire. If it's Capricorn, that's the earth and fire energy. Balancing masculine and feminine, balancing earth and fire energy will make you strong and help you overcome any chaos, any drama, any obstacles that you're facing. So earthly energy, you may need to be grounding some of that fire energy, bringing in some patience. Yeah, we had patience here from the Blue Aventurine. Bringing in some patience to ground some of that fire energy into something more stable so that it forms a foundation that's strong. It may be doing some of the more practical things right now. If you have great ideas and you're taking a lot of action right now, it may be time to use some patience to reassess those actions and ground them into reality, ground those into the earth. The guidebook for this card is helpful in figuring out how to ground some of those actions that you're taking. It says, call upon your knowledge and your self-confidence to continue your path forward. Don't let things get you down or make you feel frazzled. It says, you got this. So the earthly energy coming through is really, kind of fiery as well, because it's talking about self-confidence and your knowledge. So there may be something that something that you're good at, some talent that you have that you haven't considered in using towards this manifestation. So asking you to take a little bit of time to reflect now on what talents you have, what knowledge you have, what things do you know that you haven't really been using. And then be confident that you can find a way to move this forward, is how it's saying to ground this energy. And it is bringing in from the guidebook the idea of fighting for what you believe in. Yeah, it's something in you, Pile 4. The Yamoja goddess here saying, I give birth to what exists within me. I am an ocean of creative energy. So something within you haven't tapped into that yet, or you haven't been using as much as you could. And if you consider what knowledge you have, what talents you have, take some time to reflect to see things that you haven't really tried yet. Because there's something within you that's going to help move this forward. And you haven't been relying on it or using it. That also ties nicely back into the idea of balancing out the masculine and feminine, right? Using your whole self. The wonder of colors. Yeah. Use your whole self. Pile 4. Your whole self. And we have 3 more that flipped out. The 2 of Wands. Yeah. Your personal power. The rabbit there, fertility and abundance. He's got the world and the 2 wands. There's something within you, within your personal power that you haven't been using enough. And you can start relying on that a little bit more than you have been to move your manifestation forward. 9 of Pentacles, look at that. Yes, this is all about financial and material success. 9 of Earth, being financially independent all of your hard work paying off. Look at how purple this card is. Yes. We have the purple pink color here on the second house, which talks about anything in the material world, our finances. And then the purple here, red and blue make purple, red and blue make purple, red and blue make purple. So this is telling me something about your intuition and your connection with spirit is something to bring into. We were looking for that thing that is within you that you can use more to move your manifestation forward. It's telling you your whole intuition. That's your thoughts, your feelings, your instincts all coming together to make your intuition, all of your intuition, and then your connection to spirit with the crown chakra there. The purple, I love that. Red and blue make purple. So bringing together your masculine and feminine energies to use your whole self, your whole intuition, what all the aspects of your body, your spirit, your mind, your heart, your soul are telling you. Consider your manifestation from those perspectives. This may be a good exercise for you. Think about your manifestation, what you're trying to bring into the world, what you're trying to create, what kind of life you want. What does that mean to your mind? What does that mean to your body? What does it mean to your heart? What does it mean to your soul? And how can your connection with spirit help you tap into all of that to keep moving forward? And then the last one that flipped is the death card. Transformation, rebirth, all the colors on that triangle skull. The skull, well, there's a triangle in the skull that has all the colors, your whole self is going to have, So something about your manifestation has been stuck. It's been challenging. It hasn't been moving forward the way that you want it to. So by balancing your feminine and masculine energy and tapping into your whole intuition, mind, body, soul, spirit, heart, and connecting with spirit will help you transform this into a manifestation that's moving forward, getting closer to your manifestation. You're going to transform this stuck energy into energy that's moving. That's really beautiful. It's like you're doing a good job. You're not doing anything wrong. It's just if you kind of reconfigure how you're using your energy and tapping into your whole self keeps coming through. Well, and tapping into your whole self and your connection to spirit is going to move this manifestation along. From the Reincarnation Far Awakening deck, we have Marine. So anything sea or ocean related. Yeah, we have, this is just telling us to read this card again. Yamoja, the goddess of all that flows. I am an ocean of creative energy. I give birth to what exists within me. This is 3 and 9, 39. Reduces to 12, reduces to 3. 3 is a number of creativity. 9 is a number of success. 9 of Pentacles. And then the 9 of Cups would be the wish coming true, right? We don't have the 9 of Cups here yet, but the 9 of Pentacles, success. So that seeing this card drew me to the word flow on here, going with the flow. Going with the flow a little bit more to bring in a little bit of patience, bring in a little bit of trust in spirit, trust in the universe, trust in the divine feminine and the divine masculine, to go with the flow. Ride the energy that's working right now. Focus on the energy that's working. Focus on the things that are going right. ride that flow. And the things that aren't quite working, or the roadblocks that you faced, or the challenges you faced, will either be overcome eventually when divine timing is right, or they'll be released and you won't even need to worry about doing those things at all. From the Secret Language of Light Oracle, we have 26 Vesica Piscis. I always read that as Pisces. I think it's Piscis. I don't know. Either way, it's talking about how when two circles come together, the Vesica Piscis is this part of the overlapping circles. And look, that's where the heart is. That's where the core is, bringing two things together to create abundance. Because we have 26 here reduces to 8, which is the number of abundance. So yeah, bringing masculine and feminine into balance to make your manifestation come true and be abundant. It's just another reminder of that. If we look at the card this way, we see the eye, third eye, intuition. And remember, the idea of whole intuition came out here about how your thoughts, your feelings, your instincts all come together to create your intuition. So it's balancing and mixing and matching all of those things to just know what feels right, and then go with the flow of that energy that just feels right, because that's your intuition talking. That's your whole intuition. If you're only in your mind, logic will take over. If you're only in your heart, love will take over. If you're only going by instinct, your survival need for survival will take over. But if you're considering the perspective that each one of those is bringing you, you'll be able to take the best advice from your mind, from your heart, from your instincts, and put that together into a whole picture. Yeah, and the Linestrider Tarot is all about that line that goes to connect logic and magic. So that's really, it's telling you to bring things into alignment where you're not relying on one thing more than the other. It's beautiful advice, Pile 4, from Spirit. Not tooting my own horn here. It's advice from Spirit and the Divine Feminine coming through. From the Blue Messiah reading card, you have Inner Alchemy. Yes, it's inside of you, Pile 4. Number 14 on there. 14 is Temperance in Tarot. Temperance is bringing things together into a state of balance and using the positive and useful aspects of different things to create something new. Inner alchemy. Again, drawing back to this goddess card here, I am an ocean of creative energy. I give birth to what exists within me. Your whole intuition, it's just repeating itself at this point, Pile 4. And from the Conscious Spirit Oracle, we have number 1, Spirit Awakens. Yes. I embrace my soul purpose and align all aspects of my life to it fully. There you go. Can't say it more clearly at this point. This card here, 9 of Pentacles, called me to talk about your whole intuition and connecting with Spirit, your crown chakra. Something that may be missing from what you're trying to manifest right now is a deeper connection with Spirit. Having some patience to listen to what Spirit is telling you. We have the Earth here, bringing in Mother Earth energy, so signs in nature. Look for signs in nature. Take time to get out in nature. Mother Earth trying to tell you something. I embrace my soul purpose and align all aspects of my life to it fully. Yeah, so your manifestation, we were told in the beginning when this star card came out that your manifestation is something that you should be pursuing. You should be going after. You should be wanting it. You should be dreaming and hoping for it, dreaming about it. And it's because it's in alignment with your soul purpose. This card coming out with Spirit number 1, the Magician, having the resources to create magic. Basically, resources is all about, or second house is all about resources. So your manifestation is in alignment with your soul purpose. You're meant to have it. You're meant to achieve it. We just need to bring a little bit more balance into the different things and different energies that you're bringing into trying to accomplish that manifestation. And you're being encouraged to connect a little bit more with spirit so you can go with the flow of the universe. Remember, you're supported. So universe wants to help you. You may have been trying to do this all on your own without connecting with spirit. This seems like a material manifestation that you're trying to bring into earth, right? So it may be that you have felt like it's not a spiritual thing. So you have maybe felt like it wasn't right to ask spirit for help. Spirit is telling you to connect with them more because what you're trying to do is in alignment with your soul purpose and they want to help you. Yeah, that is the main message. We finally got to it. It is that your manifestation right now is something material. It's something earthly. And you may have felt that it is not spiritual. So you may not have been listening to your whole intuition, and you may not have been asking spirit for help. Divine feminine energy coming through to let you know the thing you're hoping and dreaming about, the thing you're trying to manifest, is in alignment with your soul purpose. You're supposed to have it. You're supposed to do it. You're supposed to achieve it. So connect with spirit so spirit can help you. They want to help you. They love you and they want to help you. 9 of Pentacles, success. Connecting with your whole intuition and connecting with spirit to bring this manifestation about is going to transform the energy that's going into your manifestation. You're bringing in your intuition and bringing in your connection with spirit is going to transform the progress you're making on this manifestation because it's in alignment with your soul purpose. This card is very blue, reminding me of communication. We also had the blue aventurine here. So speak to spirit. Final message for you. Speak to spirit about this. Connect with spirit. And Mother Nature wanted to remind you, look for signs in nature. Give yourself a break too to get out into nature. I also love how the figure on this inner alchemy card looks a little bit like a mermaid. And this says, I am an ocean of creative energy. And she's actually got mermaid scales on her. Let's put these two together. That's a little bit of a reinforcing message there. Remember, we have the 14 on there, which is Temperance card in tarot that is bringing 2 or more things together into a state of balance to create something new, create balance, create magic, use alchemy to transform something into something better. And see her mermaid scales. So cool. I am an ocean of creative energy. I give birth to what exists within me. Yeah. Beautiful. And then this looks like the mermaid, reinforcing what that card is saying. Beautiful, powerful message, pile 4. What you are dreaming and hoping about and trying to manifest is something you deserve. It's in alignment with your soul purpose. Keep going. Connect with your whole intuition and connect with spirit, and that'll transform the progress that you're making to move your manifestation closer to success. Beautiful. Love it, love it, love it. Pile 4, thank you for joining me today. Thank you for listening, and I do hope this reading was helpful for you. Super powerful, inspiring message to keep going. Do talk with spirit, talk with your spirit guides, connect with the universe, connect with Mother Nature, and you will make more progress towards your manifestation because you deserve it. I wish you the best of luck on your journey, Pile 4, and I do hope to see you again in a future reading.